Hi everyone, my name is Angela from Angela Stitches and welcome back to another stitching vlog. So it is Tuesday and I finally finished page 1 on Tapestry. So I already took it out from my Q-snap and there's a lot of hanging threads here. But let me move that to the side so that you could see it better. But yeah, I think it looks really good. So I think there are 6 pages in total and I'm keeping my thread organizer in here with the chart, but yeah, 6 pages. So I have 1/6 of the whole thing finished. And looking at this right now, if you don't want to do the whole thing, but really like the design, I think you could finish like a portion of it, and I think that's gonna still look really good. Because just looking at this, even though like the border motifs aren't finished, I think it still looks really good, even if it's just a portion of it. So yeah, I'm gonna put this away now though, and I'm not really sure when I'll bring this back out, but for now I'm gonna work on something else. And I already have it on my Q-snap, but yeah, I'm super happy with this one. So this is Barbara Anna's Witch Cat, and I have the flosses in here as well and some color and cotton. And with this one, the only changes, other than the color changes, I think I'll change the year to 2020 instead of 1692. So I haven't stitched yet, so this is what I'm starting with, and I'm using the called for DMC for some areas, like the witches' faces, but also converted some of the colors to color and cotton, and I still need to find a color for the black cat, and for that I'm gonna use color and cotton. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish this before Mania. I have 3 days left, and it's a really small chart, so I think I could do it. It is Wednesday morning, and I'm sorry if you could hear the banging. They just started doing the renovation. I think they start at 9 and it's about 10:30 right now, so it might get a little loud. I thought the renovation was happening a couple of floors down from us, but it sounds like it's happening right next to our apartment. But anyways, so this is my progress from yesterday, but I didn't record any clips. So yeah, I got this flower done, and then this witch didn't have any hair, so I gave her some, and their eyes. And the cat, I was trying to finish the cat last night, but that was a lot of stitches. But that's okay, I could finish it today, I think. So for the cat, I'm using this. This is called Dark Truffle. It's a really nice dark brown. Like it really does reminds me of chocolate, like dark chocolate. So I really like that, and I think I'm almost finished. I just need to finish the cat and some of the flowers that's kind of like floating around. And yeah, so today I think I'm gonna work on this, but I think I'm gonna work on this later tonight. Um, but right now I think I'm gonna work on Sleeping Beauty, and then later I'll come back to this. So yeah, I'll see you later. So I just got back from my walk to the park. I'll add a couple of videos at the end. There were some birds and the weather was really nice. And all of the cherry blossoms are gone now, but it's definitely spring. So I'll have those videos at the end like usual. But when I was coming back home, I remembered to check if the stores had some pins. And I found this. This was like $1 for this whole box. I'm gonna use this pin to decorate my ornament, and I've already tried a couple of them, and I might fast forward this part, but every inch or so I'm gonna add one of these. And one thing that I should correct myself, because I've been getting comments about this, is that Korea was never in a lockdown. I think I made a mistake by saying quarantine, but Korea was never really in a lockdown. Unless you had the virus or had contact with someone who had the virus. So, yeah, Korea was never in a lockdown. We were social distancing, but we were able to go out and do things, and some places were closed for a certain amount of time, but most places were open. So, a couple of weeks ago, I was able to go to my cousin's wedding and go shopping to IKEA. But I avoided going out places like the cafes or just to hang out with people and spend time. But everything was pretty much open this whole time. But instead, if you want to go somewhere, you had to wear a mask. Some places wouldn't let you in unless you're wearing one. Like the buses and the subways, I haven't been on one since this February, But I've seen signs where it says you're not allowed to get on the bus or the subway unless you're wearing a mask. The driver has the power to kick you out if you're not wearing one. So, yeah, like when I went to my cousin's wedding and also when I went to IKEA a couple of weeks ago, um, before you enter the building, they check if you're wearing a mask and they measure your temperature just in case. And they give you like a pump of hand sanitizer. So, and people in Korea are already very used to wearing masks, and it's nothing out of the ordinary. I used to wear masks too, even before this virus happened, but I only used to wear them when I get notifications on my phone saying that the air is dusty. I think there's like a season when that happens in Korea. So, yeah, but I think I did make a mistake by saying I was staying home because of the quarantine. But no, we were never in a lockdown. We were advised to not to go out and socialize, and this is why sometimes I hesitate talking about other things than just cross stitching because I don't want to give out false information. But Korea, the situation is getting a lot better, I think. Things seems to be getting back to normal very slowly. So, yeah, there's a lot more people in the park now, but I don't know if you could tell in my videos, but everyone is wearing masks, even when they're walking by themselves. And I think I saw two people who wasn't wearing them, and one of them was a baby in a stroller, and the stroller had that clear cover on it. So, yeah, I hope everywhere else is getting better too. I see the news and heard about the whole thing about the Lysol. I really don't know what to think about that. But I hope everyone is safe and doing well. And whoops. So I think I'm almost done pinning this. And when I'm pinning this, I'm trying to get my pins in between like the actual cardboard instead of being inside the sandwiched piece, if that makes sense, so that it won't like get loose. So I'm trying to find that spot where the cardboard is, so it has that grip. So I think I'm just gonna add a couple more and then I'll be finished. I thought I was gonna have to fast forward this part, but I think I talked too much. So after this, I think I'm gonna work on Sleeping Beauty a bit and get some stitches in my Witch Cat project. So yeah. Okay, so this is finished. I was going to fix the ribbon too, but to make it smaller, but I don't feel like doing that right now. So for now, this is what this is going to look like. And this is how I wanted to finish this, so I'm super happy with it. So I'm gonna work on my Sleeping Beauty now. It is Thursday, and I didn't update you last night, so I'm gonna do that right now. So I worked on Sleeping Beauty, and I was stitching, and then I decided to park first. So I'm gonna work on this later, but right now I think I'm gonna work on the roses here on top first because I find stitching this bottom area harder. So I'm gonna have to move the Q-snap higher. Or the fabric higher. So before I move it, I'm gonna try to finish the roses and the border here first and then go back and finish the perk threads on the bottom. But I'm putting away this today because Mania starts tomorrow. So I don't know if I'll get to the perk threads today. And then I worked on my Witch Cat by Barbara Anna. So I finished the cat and all I have left now is the ear on top. And I'm gonna stitch 2020 instead and the flowers that's floating around and also the bottom which I was working on last night. Oh, and backstitch the whiskers. So I think I could finish this today. I might work on this first and have a finish before working on Sleeping Beauty. And then with my ornament, I feel like the pins are a little loose, so I might go back and add drops of glue onto the pin, just a tiny bit just to secure it. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm just gonna try working on Witch Cat and Sleeping Beauty today. So I'll come back later to update my progress. So I have a finish. So it took about an hour maybe, and I did make some changes. So the obvious one is the ear, and the chart didn't have the numbers, so I had to make it up myself. And I wanted it to look like handwritten, So both of the 20s are different. And I had to move this little flower to here to make room. So yeah, for the ear, I used a different shade of gray. So this is the one that I use for the dresses, and this is called Medieval. And for 2020, this actually doesn't have a name, but it's a little darker than Medieval. And for the cat, I used a color called Dark Truffle that I talked about. And then for the stripes, I used Old Pumpkin that I got from the Halloween box. And then for the floor or the ground, I used this. And this is one of my favorites out of all of my Color and Cotton flosses. And this is called Vineyard. So yeah, I think this will be my last finish for this month. I feel like I have a lot of finishes this month. Or maybe I worked on a lot of things this month. Maybe I'll talk about all of the things that I worked on this month. So if I do, it'll be towards the end of this video after all of my updates. So yeah, I'm gonna work on Sleeping Beauty later tonight, so I'll see you later. So I'm gonna do a little review of all of the things that I worked on this month. I have my journal here and I wrote things to keep track. So the first thing I have here is my Village of Hakron Hollow, and I finished block 2, and yeah, this took quite a while, but I got it done, and I really like this block because of the trees. I really like the backstitched effect of the trees. So yeah, and this is on 40 count on a fabric called Weathered Shingles. It's a R&R reproduction fabric, and I'm stitching the whole thing with Color and Cotton. So that was Village of Hakon Hollow. And then my Linen and Threads Mystery Cell. So I probably worked on this before Village of Hakon Hollow, or almost at the same time, because I like to work on different things at the same time. So, but every first of the month, the new part comes out, and it's past midnight, so I'm gonna see if they have the new part out. But yeah, this was part 4, and I'm stitching with a red Valdani thread, and this is, I think, a regular white Zygarde fabric in 32 count. So, but tomorrow I'll probably not gonna work on this even though it's May 1st, because I'm gonna be working on my Mania projects, which I'm super excited about. So I think I already said this in one of my videos, but I'm gonna stitch the May portion in June. So in June I'll be stitching both parts. And then I worked on, tapestry. I think I finished page 1 this week. It feels like a long time ago for some reason, but I'm not gonna talk too much about this one. So this is on a fabric called, I can't remember off the top of my head, but if you really want to know, leave a comment and I'll try to find it. I know I wrote it somewhere, but I also know that it's a Color and Cotton fabric and it's a 32 count. So that's that. And then let's see. Oh, this is actually a FFO, so this is Spirit of the Christmas Star. And every time I work on one of the perforated paper projects, I always have a finished piece because it just, like the project itself just naturally connects to fully finishing. So yeah, I really like this piece. It was a lot of fun. So, and I'm super excited for June because I'll be working on Evergreen. So yeah, I love all of the perforated paper projects. And I talked about this in the comment section, but I really want to decorate my walls with all of the angels, and I think that's gonna look really pretty. So hopefully by end of this year, maybe I'll have, I don't know, maybe like 6 to 7 angels finished. I think that'll be really cool, and it'll be there instead of a Christmas tree, because these are already very elaborate and very sparkly. So yeah, that was Christmas Star by Brooks Books. And then I have, the FFO, the fully finished ornaments. So I have this one, and then this one. I'll link a video here if you want to see how I finished these. It was a process. So yeah, I guess I have 4 fully finished ornaments. That's really good. I wanted to do more FFO this month, but I didn't have a chance to do it, so, and I still haven't finished my English paper piecing project too, so like always, just too many things that I want to do. So yeah, these are the 4 FFO projects, so super happy with them. And then I have, one finish, which was finished today, Witch Cat by Barbara Anna Designs. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much about this one as well because I just talked about it today, but that was my first finish, I guess. And I think I'm forgetting, Sleeping Beauty. This was a whip, but I guess I forgot to mention this one earlier. So I didn't get to work on this today, so I'll probably just put this away. I really wanted to work on this, but I'm gonna put this away so that I could start my Mania projects on this Q-Snap tomorrow. But this is one of my favorite projects, and I'll put a picture here of what this looked like when I started working on this in April. So I think I got a good chunk done. And I know it doesn't look like it, but because this is on 40 count, but I think I put in a lot more stitches in this one than any other project. Well, maybe Village of Hawthorne Hollow had more stitches. I think it's about the same. So, but yeah, I can't wait to get back to this one. So I'm gonna see if part 5 came out for the mystery cell, so I'll come back after I check it. So it did came out and I printed it out. So this is what it looks like. It's like two smaller versions of part 4. And looking at this now, now that the space is slowly filling up, I feel like there's going to be another bigger motif somewhere here. And I hope, I really hope it's not going to be the same design. I don't mind having another bigger design like part 4, but I hope it's a different motif design. And I think it will be different because there weren't any repeating motifs yet. So yeah, I think part 5 is really pretty. So in June, I'll start working on this and then I'll work on part 6. So I guess that's everything for this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you enjoyed this video as well. And so starting tomorrow, I'm gonna be working on my Mania projects, and I'm gonna start a new project every other day. So every odd number day until the 23rd, I'll have a new start. And I'll post a new video for each project. So yeah, super excited for Mania this year. So thank you so much for watching and commenting on my videos, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!